And thank you to CityNet Events tonight for hosting this great networking event. This is beautiful here. So, actually, take this. So I'm here tonight for a couple of reasons. One, the mission of Vietnam Works is to help people and to help companies achieve their dreams. The more successful our customers are, and the more successful all of you are, the more successful we can be too. I've been working in Vietnam now for 4 years, and I've been in charge of Vietnam Works, and then recently I was promoted to be in charge of the whole company. And I've learned a few lessons about how to motivate people and how to create winning teams. And I want to share some of these lessons with you tonight. And if we have time, I'd like to take a few questions. Sure. So, let's start. First, I want to talk about our jobs as leaders. A leader achieves nothing by himself. Nothing. Just like Mr. Callisto, the leader. They won last night, right? Okay, Bob, I could hear it outside my house until about 1 a.m. Mr. Callisto didn't score even one goal. He wasn't even on the field. But everybody gives him credit for winning. This is what leaders do. This is what you do if you have people and you have a team. What does he do? He selects the players. He chooses which positions the players play in. He motivates the players, and he coaches them. When the team wins, he gets the credit. With no team, he cannot compete. It's the same with each of us that leads people. You achieve nothing by yourself. You achieve through your team. Your number one job is focusing on your team. When your team is successful, like Mr. Callisto. Okay. When your team is successful, like Mr. Callisto, you can achieve great things. I want to talk about ducks and eagles. There are two kinds of people in every team. The first kind are ducks. Ducks are good. I want to be clear about that. But ducks come to work every day. They do their jobs. When they finish a project, they wait for the boss to tell them what to do. They're very comfortable. Yeah, they can learn new skills, but they're not that interested in learning new skills. And they can work in the same job for years, and they're okay with that. That's fine. Eagles are different. Eagles on your teams love to fly. They love to grow. They love to learn. When an eagle is done with a piece of work, the eagle doesn't wait for the boss to tell them what to do next. The eagle has idea, oh, I can do that, oh, I'll do this, oh, I need to do that. And the eagle begins work. The eagle will get bored if he's in one place for too long. We all have eagles and ducks on our teams. The first step is to understand who are the ducks and who are the eagles. We need ducks, but it's eagles who are going to make your organization a success. and grow and change. I want to tell you a story about ducks. One of my favorite management gurus is John Maxwell. John Maxwell loves donuts. He loves Krispy Kreme donuts. Krispy Kreme has a special marketing thing they do. When they make fresh donuts, they put a light on outside the store. So the light tells people, hey, there are fresh donuts, come in and get them, because fresh donuts are the best. One day, John Maxwell was driving, and he saw a Krispy Kreme, but the light was not on. But he thought, I want a donut anyway. So he opened the door, and he smelled fresh, amazing donuts. He was surprised. The light's not on. So he got to the front, and he asked the manager, hey, there's fresh donuts, it's great, but how come the light's not on outside? And the manager said, oh, well, when that light is on, too many people come, and I just get too busy. I don't like that. Quack, 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 quack. That manager was a duck. And that manager is probably a good worker. But that manager, that person, should not be managing the store. As leaders, we have ducks and eagles in our teams. It's our job to find out who are the ducks and who are the eagles. Eagles all share things in common. They may have different skills and different backgrounds, but they all love to learn. They love to grow. They get bored if they're in the job for too long. They have ideas and they take initiative. It's our job as leaders to understand who are the eagles. Eagles share those traits, but they have different strengths and weaknesses. Some people are very strong in an area. That same person might be very weak in another area. So the first step is to decide who are the ducks and who are the eagles. The second step, what are they good at? What are they strong at? A great example is somebody who loves to meet people, who develops relationships easily and quickly. That person might do well in a job where they talk to customers or front receptionist. Put them in an area that takes advantage of their strength. Don't put that person in an area that takes advantage of their weakness. I see this happen a lot. I'll tell you another story. Let's say our friend Francis is in charge of a team of animals. He's going to compete in the Olympics. And on his team, he has a penguin and he has a rabbit. And he says to the penguin, "Penguin, you're a great swimmer. You're great. But you know what? You're a bad runner. I want you to focus on your running. No more swimming, running. I want you to be a better runner because you're weak there." And he says to the rabbit, "Rabbit, you're a great runner already, but you're a lousy swimmer. You need to be a better swimmer. I want you to forget about running, and I want you to focus on swimming." Is this a good strategy for Francis? No, it's not. The rabbit is never going to be a strong swimmer. He might improve some, but he'll never be great. The penguin is never going to be a great runner. He might improve too, a little bit, maybe 10%, but he'll never be a great runner. The reality is, we do this all the time. This happens in business all the time. But it's harder with people because it's harder to see what people are good at. It's harder to see. Not as obvious as the animals. But ask yourself, do I have anyone on my team that's a rabbit and I'm making them swim? Or that's a penguin and I'm making them run? If you're doing that, you're setting your people up for failure and demotivation, and it's going to be tough for you to win. This is what you want. Let the rabbit run and let the penguin swim. That's what they're great at. I've seen many times people get promoted, especially this happens in sales a lot. Someone's great in sales, they're strong. They're strong in sales. And they get promoted to be a sales manager. The skills required to be a sales manager are quite different than those required to be an excellent single salesperson. All great sales managers are great salespeople, but not all great salespeople are sales managers. And we forget this. Because they're good at swimming, they must be good at running. Not necessarily. Last thing. After you've identified your eagles and you understand their strength areas and their weak areas, train. Train, 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 train. Eagles love to fly and they love to grow. When you train your eagles and you help them fly higher and grow more, you win. They win. They love it. It motivates them. They will stay with you. If they feel they can learn and grow with you, they will stay. And this is especially a problem here in Vietnam, where another company might offer your person a little bit more money and they leave. But if you train the right kind of people who love to learn and grow, they will stay with you. So ask yourself, what am I doing today to help my people learn and grow and do better at their jobs? Because when they do better and they're stronger, you can achieve better results in your team. So, if you identify your ducks and your eagles, if you understand the strengths and weaknesses of your eagles, if you put your eagles in positions that take advantage of their strengths, and if you work hard to train your people to make them even better at what they do well, I guarantee you, you will have great success. Thank you.